So Trent Dilfer's, a couple years ago, he decided, I'm going to go coach high school football and pay football back for all it did for me. And he went to Nashville, Tennessee, to Lipscomb Academy, and they had a very good first year. Here's his second year. They won this past weekend, 56-13. They beat the defending state champs in Tennessee on their home field. And the championship game is December 3rd. They've won 11 straight games. Trent Dilfer, the Andy Reid of Nashville, Tennessee high school football, is now joining us live. 56-13, a win. And Trent, it's great having you on. First of all, congratulations. That has to be all the things you've done in football. I don't know where this is in the pecking order, but that's got to be an all-timer for you.
It really is. I'm so happy for this community. The boys, they've worked so hard. We still got some work to do, but it's been a great ride. And just this entire community's buy-in, the coaching staff, the players, administration, parents, you name it. Everybody's rallied and really allowed these boys to have a special season.
Oh, that's great. Obviously, Gruden and Derek Carr, this is the best. It's almost as I look at Derek Carr, who I've always liked, and I'm like, I'm not sure if he can play better for the talent he has. So what do you think Gruden did to turn him around? Because he was really struggling 3 years ago.
Yeah, I think you got to give Olsen, the offensive coordinator, Gruden, and Derek all equal credit here. John came in, he said, I'm going to change everything you've ever learned. And Derek's been taught some good stuff. It's not like he was chopped liver. One, Derek bought in. You know, most veteran quarterbacks are like, what are you talking about? I'm pretty darn good. But he bought in, and he was totally open to a retooling of everything, of his operation, let's call it that, because it's more than just his technique or how he looked at the game, but the entire operation. He's become a coach on the field. I think every great play caller wants their quarterback to read their mind. I tell my quarterback all the time, hey, bro, at some point you got to read my mind. We got to be thinking the exact same thoughts when a call comes in. And John's accelerated that with Derek, and it's like having a coach on the football field. People talked about how cool it is to listen to the quarterback run the show at the line of scrimmage because there's no crowd noise. And I get it. If you're not accustomed to hearing all the stuff that an NFL quarterback does at the line of scrimmage, this could kind of blow your mind. But what Derek's able to do is John can give a call, and Derek can just pour gasoline on that call with his ability to get up to the line of scrimmage, look at defensive line technique, linebacker profiles, secondary profiles, matchups, protection, run game, action game, movement game. He's got the whole toolbox at his disposal, much like Peyton Manning did back with the Indianapolis Colts, and he's just done a great job of managing that. He's also making great decisions. You know, the old West Coast philosophy was all about getting the ball in playmakers' hands as fast as possible. There's 2 checkdowns last night that Derek makes in the first half. It's like he had eyes in the back of his head. He gets 4 deep into his progression, hits the check down, and they go for 10 to 15, 20-yard gains. I mean, this is mastery of the West Coast offense, both at the line of scrimmage and after the ball is snapped. 11
straight wins for Lipscomb Academy. They play in the state championship December 3rd. Wow, 56-13. That must feel great. That must be an amazing feeling, because you told me for years, I asked you about coaching, and you're like, oh, NFL coaching, you have no life. I'd never see my kids. But you seem to be having the time of your life.
I am. And we have a huge challenge. You know, the thing about coaching, I told the kids this a few weeks ago when we were rolling. I said the problem with winning and winning championships is you really never get to smell your farts. You never really get to enjoy it. You never really get to sit back and breathe it in until it's all over. And we're taking that approach. So we didn't celebrate. We went and shook their hands. We got on the bus. We came home. We went back to work the next day. We're working today. We don't think we've accomplished anything. We want to finish it on December 3rd, and then we'll give them a few hours to celebrate before they go play basketball and the other things that they do as kids.
That's what high school sports is like. We got to play another sport. Trent, great talking to you.
Thanks, brother. See ya.
Yeah, that's great. He told me for years, I used to ask Trent, I said, you should go into coaching. He's like, oh, NFL coaching is the worst. Crazy billionaires. You never see your wife. You don't see your kids grow up. And he's, high school, you get a little bit more of a life, and the players listen to you. All of them.